What do we as humans find one of the most difficult things to do in our lives besides moving on? Besides trying to make a next step? To me, I think that's forgiveness. Who do I struggle with that every day too? But I gotta tell you, when I was going through this transitional step that I've made over the last year and a half, when I got towards the end of it, when I was able to relax and just kind of meditate, I found that I ended up having actually a couple of visions. One of them was essentially at first me, of course, it's going to sound cheesy or like, yeah, right, take it for what you want, but it was a kind of a meta-wise. I had lost one of my dogs I was bringing with, and there I was crossing this field. With me behind me though was everybody that stuck by my side, everybody that was there for me through all this challenging, this aspect. And on the other side where I was walking was all these people that had helped change my life to give me that, okay, you know, you need to. And it hit me with such a profound feeling that I can't even describe. One of the other ones I had towards the end of it all was both sides. As I was walking forward, I had my little dog, Boomer, with me, walking next to me. Ozzy up on my shoulder, who I had just lost. And we were all smiling. Everybody that was behind me was smiling and waving. And everybody that was coming to was smiling and waving. Like couldn't wait. And everybody behind me, the same sense, was encouraging me to go on. We're still here for you. We're still with you. Why do I bring such things up is because I also saw those that were actually in my corner on that. Biggest thing I had to do though was, during the time of this transition, was either to decide to really hold this grudge and kind of give everybody the big old middle finger, like, F you, get out of here, I'm done with you. But I didn't. I had this calm to me, that sense about me that these certain events or people that I, knew and whatnot, I made appearances, I just smiled. And as I did all of that, I felt this calmness just wash over me. And so when I finally did leave, I held nothing to nobody. No grudges, no nothing. Because it didn't matter to me. I had made that step. As previously talked about, I had just gone on and moved to a different area of my life that I figured, this is it. And it was tough starting out, but, it was still there. It was, as time went, I still didn't. It didn't. I was able to forgive. And at the same time, I forgive and forgot. Until as of recently, finding out more and more that I did, I've been able to smile even that much more from within my heart. Because the truth showed. Weird, what's he gonna say next? Truth like rain, don't give a shit who it falls on. And by seeing that too, I've been able to just let go. So to be able to forgive and forget is one of the most difficult things we can ever do. But there's steps we can take to do such. And I believe that when we do, so much that we hold inside is anger and sadness and everything like that, we're able to release. And able to release and do so is a euphoria, is a feeling you're never going to forget. And it's one, though, that also carries with you. It carries with us all. And as you next day comes around, and when these next trials, these challenges that are brought to you, as mentioned before in the last video, I was able to, as my dad said, was kind of like a one-off, kind of like a, hey, I did my thing. I didn't do anything to try to ignite or to continue said problems. I didn't need to. I was able to I had freedom. I had freedom I never expected. And I was able to also grab onto my own life and realize that what I had been doing before was what was damaging myself internally, mentally, physically, everything. So when you're able to forgive and forget, let that pain go. Those that may have wronged you, they may still. If you look at other videos too, they say, hate doesn't beat hate. The only thing that can beat hate is love. And even though that person may not love you back, in time, they're going to be seen as the assholes. Now, again, easier said than done. You gotta pick and choose your fights. You gotta choose your battles on these. We weren't meant to be walked on, for one. So don't get me wrong that on that aspect that everything should be written off. It's not that. But at the same time, there's so much that we as humans, as you can see through the media and social media and all that stuff, it makes me sick to my stomach. I just can't watch it. I can't do it because I know what it'll do to me, and it hurts. It brings us pain for everybody on there, and that's just the way I am personally on that. But until we decide to actually grab a hold, actually try, let it go. There's just so much in this life that is just not worth holding on to. And when you can actually finally release and let it go, you can breathe deep, and just this peace, this calm just washes over you. And I know I've been forgiven as well. It's a two-way street. So please, don't harbor so much hate. It's not going to get you anywhere. Anybody or anything. And the examples you set as well because of that are what, again, will either affect or bring down the worst of others. God bless. I pray for you all, and thank you.